Imagine this. You're 25, doom-scrolling your bank app at 2 a.m. in a cramped Brooklyn studio, the glow of the screen casting harsh shadows on your tired face as the balance glares back. 4732's, rent's due tomorrow, looming like a storm cloud. And that student loan payment? It's a brutal $400 gut punch that reminds you of the choices you made for that degree. And the gig economy grind? It's relentless. You're chasing DoorDash tips between AI-disrupted job apps that seem to favor algorithms over humans, all while TikTok bombards you with Lambos, yachts, and lifestyles you can't touch without maxing out another credit card. You're sprinting, damn it. Sprinting on that rusty financial hamster wheel, legs on fire. Breath ragged, sweat stinging your eyes. But the view, it's the same soul-sucking loop of bills, burnout, and barely breaking even. This isn't just a bad night. It's the reality for millions in 2025 America, where inflation has cooled to around 3% after years of spikes. Yet everyday costs like groceries and gas still bite hard, and the dream of homeownership feels like a relic from your parents' era. Hustle harder echoes from every podcast and influencer reel. But without the plan, it's just noise. But what if I whispered the escape code, one that turns this chaos into your unfair edge, leveraging the economic shifts like post-election optimism and stabilizing rates around 5%? This is Book Navigator, your raw, no BS alchemist for turning those broke nights into billionaire blueprints, blending timeless wisdom with today's tools like AI for side gigs. Today we plunge into Stop the Financial Hamster Wheel 10 Purchases to Build Wealth in Your 20s. Here's a lifeline, forged from the front lines by creators like Nick Invests, updated for this era where tech is reshaping everything. Feel that flicker in your chest? That's your future self, fist pumping from the other side of success. Ready to torch the wheel and build something lasting? Let's ignite this journey together, step by step. Because breaking free starts with understanding the trap and then dismantling it. Oh, the raw sting of it all, the all-nighters coding freelance fixes while Wall Street bonuses balloon for the elite, leaving you scraping by. The FOMO as peers post Coachella escapes that you secretly know are funded by credit, swipes, or parental bailouts. It's that constant comparison in a world where social media amplifies every win and hides the struggles. But here's the thunderclap truth for 2025. Your 20s aren't a penalty box full of mistakes. They're your launch codes to freedom. With minimal baggage like no kids or mortgages yet, peak adaptability to ride waves like AI job shifts, and 4 decades of compound sorcery ahead in an economy that's rewarding the bold and innovative. You have time on your side, time that turns small actions into massive gains. Think about it. Compound interest isn't just math. It's magic that grows your efforts exponentially if you start now. This guide? It's your ejection seat from the wheel. Designed not as vague advice, but as 10 laser-focused purchases. These aren't impulse Amazon carts that drain your wallet. They're strategic power moves that reclaim your time, turbocharge your skills, and stack assets against the staggering 1.8 trillion student debt beast gripping America. We'll charge through them heart first, unpacking not just what to buy, but why it matters deeply. With real insights from economic trends and personal stories, because I've clawed out of that $47 hole myself during a recession, emerging unbreakable by dawn. Pause for a breath. What's one wheel spin you hate most right now? That endless cycle of paycheck to paycheck? Hold on to that frustration. It's fuel. Now let's shatter it, one electric step at a time. Starting with igniting your own income streams to break free from single source dependency. Purchase 1, the Side Hustle Ignition Kit, your spark to freelance empires in this AI gold rush that's transforming how we work. Drop $300 on a basic drone for real estate, vids, or $400 into a ChatGPT mastery course that screams, "You're the boss now," teaching you to automate tasks and create content that sells. Why the electric thrill that courses through you when you think about it? In 2025, with remote work holding strong at over 20% of the workforce and opportunities tripling since 2020, failure's no longer a career killer. It's a viral TikTok story or a pivot point that builds resilience. This purchase flips your hobbies into 2,500 month streams that mock your traditional view to job, diversifying your income so a layoff doesn't devastate you. But deeper, it's about reclaiming control in an economy where AI is automating routine tasks, forcing us to level up our unique human skills like creativity and problem solving. My first Upwork win? Palms slick with nerves, inbox pinging at midnight after endless pitches. But that Venmo chime signaling 500? It was euphoria. Pure rebellion against the 9-to-5 grind. Moment that shifted my mindset from employee to entrepreneur. To make it real for you, audit your fire today. What do friends DM you for advice on? Like graphic design or fitness tips? Cap your spend at $800 to avoid overcommitment. Launch fierce on platforms like Fiverr or Etsy and track progress weekly. 60 days to break even is realistic with consistent effort. In 5 years, that could snowball into $60K extra annually, rocket fueled straight to investments. Hear that crack? The wheel's buckling under the weight of your newfound agency. And speaking of fueling growth, once you've got that extra cash flowing, why not let it multiply on its own? Let's transition to the world of passive income with our next power move. Purchase 2. Index Fund Launchpad, your Roth IRA warp drive, capped at $7,000 for 2025, or $8,000 if you're 50 plus, but starting small with just $200 a month into something like Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF for broad market exposure, tax-free growth while you binge. The bear or whatever keeps you sane. It's money working smarter, not harder. The quiet rage that builds inside? It's the realization of watching Wall Street's machinery churn for you. In a market that's historically averaged around 7% annual returns after inflation, turning a 25-year-old starter into a $400K advantage over waiting until 35. Deeper still, this isn't gambling. It's harnessing the power of diversification across 500 top companies, riding out volatility through dollar cost averaging, where you buy more shares when prices dip and less when they're high. In 2025's post-election landscape, with economic stability fostering growth, this sets you up for retirement riches without needing to be a stock-picking wizard. I teared up at my first quarterly bump, not because it was Lambo money overnight, but proof that discipline isn't drudgery. It's devotion to the 60-year-old you sipping margaritas on a beach you own. Fidelity or Vanguard sign-up is free and user-friendly. Set up auto-pull from payday to make it effortless. Ditch the X, formerly Twitter noise of hot tips. Instead, dollar cost like a legend, reviewing annually. By age 67, over $1 million. Assuming consistent contributions and historical trends. That 2 a.m. kid staring at 47 dirhams. She's high-fiving through sobs of relief. With your money now growing quietly in the background, imagine amplifying that with experiences that expand your horizons and networks. Let's soar into the next purchase for a taste of strategic adventure. Purchase 3. The Wanderlust Accelerator, AAAULI, $300 flight to a Miami tech mixer or similar event. Unlocked via a rewards card like Chase Sapphires with its 0% intro APR, but paid off like lightning to build credit without debt traps. This isn't vacay fluff for Instagram likes. It's 2025 velocity, where hybrid events forge, AI collaborations that skyrocket, your resume amid an unemployment rate hovering around 4.4%. Why the chest rip that makes your heart race? Travel shatters mental horizons, exposing you to diverse ideas and people, handshakes that birth. 6-figure intros or partnerships. While boosting your credit score, aim for 750 plus to unlock better loans like FHA for future homes. In deeper terms, it's investing in social capital. Studies show strong networks can increase earnings by 20 to 30% over a career, especially in tech hubs where innovation thrives. My Austin pivot? It was sweat-drenched. Awkwardness at first, small, talk feeling forced, but melting into a mentorship that 5x my freelance rate. With my pulse racing as the world felt infinite and full of possibilities. To execute, choose one growth-aligned trip yearly, like a conference tied to your field. Rack up points on everyday spends like groceries at Target, and network intentionally with follow-ups. Lifetime savings? Up to $150K in lower interest on big loans. Plus networks that are priceless in opening doors. You're not fleeing your problems. You're conquering new territories. Now with those connections sparking ideas, what better way to capitalize than by arming yourself with knowledge that turns insights into income? Let's forge ahead to the next essential buy. Purchase 4. Knowledge Forge, 20-month on Audible to devour. Atomic Habits for Unbreakable Mindset Hacks. Paired with a $100 Udemy course on prompt engineering for AI gigs that keep you ahead of automation. The rush that hits you? Your 20s neuroplasticity, your brain's peak. Flexibility devours this input, spiking pay by 30% plus in a job market where up to 30% of work activities could be automated by 2030, pushing 60% of roles to evolve with tech. Deeper, this isn't passive reading. It's active upskilling that combats imposter syndrome, turning good enough into irreplaceable by building expertise in high-demand areas like AI, where salaries average $100K plus. Each page becomes a shield against doubt, Each lesson a ladder climbing out of the grind toward promotions or side ventures. I spent feverish nights with my Kindle, ink smudged on notes. Then bam, a promotion came. My portfolio exploded with new clients, proving knowledge compounds faster than interest. Commit to 20 minutes daily, like a ritual. Audit ROI quarterly by tracking raises or gigs landed. Over 40 years? That could carve out $750K extra in earnings. Knowledge isn't just power, it's your infinite vault against obsolescence. Having sharpened your mind, it's time to put that edge into tangible assets that build lasting wealth. Let's ramp up to real estate. Next, for a solid foundation, purchase 5. Property Rampart. Start with $500 into user-friendly REITs via apps like Fundrise for passive exposure, or go bold with an FHA duplex hack requiring just 3.5% down, where tenants essentially chant mortgage crushed by covering your payments. The visceral twist in your gut? It's the power of leverage in 2025's housing market, projected to see around 3% price appreciation amid stabilizing rates, using others' rents to build your fortress, flipping what was a 1-800 month drain as a renter into an equity empire that grows tax-advantaged. Deeper insight: real estate isn't just shelter, it's a hedge against inflation, since rents rise with costs, and a forced savings vehicle, with historical U.S. averages showing 4-5% annual gains long-term, though 2025 forecasts are more modest due to inventory builds. But beware pitfalls like maintenance costs or market dips. Start small to learn. My closing day. Dread and dawn tangled in my chest, keys heavy in hand, eyes wet with the realization that the wheel was now mine to wreck. As equity started accruing from day one, stack your 3.5% down via a high-yield account like Ally at up to 5% APY. Scout deals on BiggerPockets forums for education and community. Aim for cash flow positive from the start. In 20 years, potentially $1 in equity, depending on location and management. Bricks aren't just walls, they're reclaim sovereignty over your financial future. With a roof over your head that's paying you back, mobility becomes key to seizing opportunities. Let's shift gears to the next. Purchase for reliable transport. Purchase 6. Reliability Rover. AM 12K used Tacoma or similar for gig hauls. Bought cash or with a 6-month zero-interest promo, steering clear of lease traps that lock you in. The deep exhale of relief? It's like desert rain after a drought, ghosting those 400-month car payments that could have been invested to spawn $600K over decades at 7% returns. Deeper. In a gas-guzzling nation where public transit varies wildly, this purchase ensures freedoms rumble under your feet, unlocking side gigs like delivery or ride-sharing, without breakdowns derailing your hustle. It's about efficiency. Reliable wheels mean more time earning, less stressing over repairs. I ditched my flashy status symbol clunker, which was bleeding me dry, for that humble truck. Windows cracked open on the first drive, ghosts of financial regret fleeing in the wind. Hunt certified pre-owned on Carvana or AutoTrader. Always get a mechanic's vet to avoid lemons. Drive it eternal with regular maintenance. Simple? Hell yes. Heart-stirring? Undeniably, as it symbolizes smart frugality over showy debt. Now that you're mobile and unstoppable, remember, none of this sustains without your health as the core. Let's vault into vitality next to fuel the long game. Purchase 7. Vitality Core. $100 for a Peloton app subscription to stream workouts, an air fryer for quick meal prep wins that save time and money, and a Whoop band to track sleep and recovery in the shadow of burnout. The primal pull that tugs at your core. Health isn't a luxury or vanity project. It's the bedrock that erodes under 70-hour weeks, leading to $300K, lifetime chronic care traps, or even $100 in lost productivity from illness. In 2025's wellness boom, amid rising mental health awareness post-pandemic, this purchase vows sustained energy for dawn hikes that clear your mind, sharpened acuity for spotting crypto dips or market opportunities, essentially sidestepping the black holes that derail dreams. Deeper, it's holistic. Physical fitness boosts endorphins to combat stress. Nutrition fuels focus. And sleep, aim for 7 to 9 hours, enhances decision-making, all compounding your wealth-building efforts. Rock bottom hit me post-layoff. I was a hollow shell. Energy drained, but that first sunrise jog? Endorphins crashed like waves, sparking a rebirth in every sweaty stride. Make it habit. 8 hours sleep sacred. 10K steps non-negotiable. Weekly meal preps to cut $200 month on takeout. Not mere upkeep, it's amplification. Turning your vibrant now into a millionaire echo at 50 with your body primed. For the marathon, let's build a safety net that lets you take risks boldly, On to the Emergency Bastion. Purchase 8. Emergency Bastion, a high-yield savings account at Ally offering around 5% APY in 2025, kickstarted with $1,000 and fed $100. Auto drips monthly until you hit a 3 to 6 months expenses buffer. The armor-like hug of security? It's a bone-deep exhale amid layoff waves that hit tech and gig sectors hard, or unexpected 5K ER shocks that could otherwise spiral into credit card debt. Deeper, this isn't hoarding. It's strategic peace of mind in an unpredictable economy, where post-2020, scars remind us that job loss can strike anyone. Having liquidity means you pivot without panic, perhaps even negotiating better terms from a position of strength. Those deposits? They're acts of defiance against uncertainty, compounding interest quietly while you sleep. Open an account today online. It's free and FDIC insured up to $250K. Set alerts for balance goals. Over a decade, it could grow to $50K or more, depending on rates. Storms don't sink you anymore. They sharpen your sails for smoother sailing. Secure in your buffer. Turn your attention to people power. Because wealth isn't built in isolation. Let's forge those crucial networks next. Purchase 9. Nexus Forge. $50 for LinkedIn Premium. To unlock DM Gold and advanced searches. Or $20 on custom business cards for NYC Creator Con where ideas collide. The Livewire hum of excitement? It's transforming strangers into squadrons in 2025's booming creator economy, where one collaboration can net 10K gigs or even co-found a startup. Deeper, networks are your hidden multiplier. Research shows they account for 70–80% of job opportunities, especially in tech where referrals bypass AI resume screens. Isolation is the wheel's insidious lie, keeping you stuck. This purchase builds your victory choir of mentors, partners and allies who amplify your reach. I stumbled into my first circle at a virtual summit, nerves buzzing. But gratitude tears flowed as doors flew open to opportunities I'd never imagined. Invest quarterly in events or online communities. Follow up relentlessly with value-add messages. The web you weave, worth millions in hidden gigs, intros and collaborations over time. Who's your next ally? Reach out today. With connections lighting the path. Finally tackle the chains holding you back, debt, and annihilate it to free up your full potential. Purchase 10. Debt Annihilator. $200 for the WinApp. You need a budget, app or a one-on-one coach session to avalanche your 30K. Average loans at 7% interest. Prioritizing high-rate ones first for maximum impact. The roaring liberation from your chest? It's chains shattering in an era of 1.8 trillion collective student debt burden, turning what feels like a life sentence into a temporary speed bump in your 20s. Deeper, debt isn't just numbers. It's psychological. Weight that delays milestones like buying a home or starting a family, crushing. It early frees up cash flow, potentially $200–500 month for investments, while avoiding compounding interest that balloons balances. Use the avalanche method. List debts by interest rate. Pay minimums on all but attack the highest fiercely. I faced my own monster with rage-fueled spreadsheets late at night. The payoff call? Euphoric sobs as invisible wings unfurled, granting freedom to breathe and build. Track every dollar ruthlessly via the app. Celebrate milestones. Unchained? Up to $200K saved in dodged fees over your career. You're not just owing anymore, you're owning, fierce and free. As we wrap these 10 thunderbolts, remember, they've pulverized your wheel into dust. But the real magic happens in action. There it is, Trailblazer, the 10 thunderbolts to pulverize your wheel into dust. Each one a layer deeper into financial independence. Tonight, as the city hums outside your window, audit those sneaky thieves, cough, those $15 latte runs that add up to $5K yearly, and redirect 20% of your income to this blaze of intentional spending. Make it a ritual. Quarterly fire drills where you review wins, adjust for life's curves, and roar louder with each victory. Wealth's no raffle ticket or lucky break. It's your meticulously engineered 2025 blueprint in an America that's tilting toward builders, innovators, and those who dare to hustle smart. Your 20s? They're not a grind to endure. They're a galaxy of potential, waiting for your spark. What's purchase one for you? That initial flame you'll fan into a bonfire? Murmur it to the mirror for motivation, or blast it in the comments to inspire others. This is Book Navigator, charting not just pages of advice, but the epic arc of your story, from hamster wheel prisoner to empire architect. Map in hand, match struck, charge wild into the unknown. The empire's yours, pulse thundering with possibility. Keep listening, keep building. Your breakthrough is just one step away.